A very good morning, everyone. So now, because you had came in sixth standard, you had got one of a new subject known as geography. In fifth standard, you were having a subject as SST. Remember? Yeah. So now you had just got that SST only as geography. Actually, you know what? The SST, being in sixth standard now, will be divided into different parts. Just like history and civics, one of them is just like geography also. So, as this is our first class, let me tell you what exactly is a geography. Geography is a subject, a new subject actually that you have got, which included further study of various type of the landforms. Landforms means different type of the land available. We all live in plain areas, right? But there exist deserts also, mountains also, valleys also. These are thus different type of the landforms. Now coming on to the second one, bodies of water. That means different type of the water bodies that are available like river, lake, sea, oceans, etc. Another one is the climate. Right now it is summer, but earlier it was winter. Meanwhile, rainy season also comes. That means these are different type of the seasons. That makes different area having different climate. Next is natural resources. Natural resources just like different type of the minerals, fossil fuels, petroleum, coal, etc. that you are having. Next is what is the reason? This only means the type of the area that we are living. But geography is not only this much, it also contains various type of the terms such as like erosion and weathering. Now let's move further and have a quick definition of what is geography. So as you can see on the screen, it is written, geography is the study of landforms, bodies of water, climate, and natural resources of a place. Let me get you, or you can say, let me link this particular thing with an example. You are living in plain area. That is a type of a landform. Near this area lies different type of the water bodies, just as like different type of the lakes, the rivers that we are having. Another is the climate. Climate, you can say just the climate of India, right? And the next is natural resources. Natural resources are again the type of the resources that are available by nature to us on the place that we are living, right? So let's move further, and you can see here it is written which region do we live in. Now there are different type of the regions, just like the first one written over there, mountain region. Mountain region, you can simply link it with the area like Himalayas, right? Another one is a valley region. Valley region, just like Deccan Plateau. Another one you can see onto the screen, the one written at the bottom is desert region. Desert region, just like the area available in Rajasthan. All right, come to the next one. This is coastal mountains. That means the mountains that are available near a water body, especially the sea or the oceans. Another and the last one is coastal region. So near a water body, is there only mountains available? Answer is no. Other regions are also available. It can be a valley, it can be plains. So that area can be called as a coastal region also. Moving further, we can see here two pictures are given, 1 and 2. In first one, you can see there is a particular human being dressed up something abnormally, right? You can also see snow is present. But in the second one, you can see there are different people, those who are not even wearing the same type of the clothing as first one do. Are both of them wearing the same clothes? Answer is no. All right. So thus you can also absorb that both of them are having different type of the temperature to survive. Here the weather is a bit cold. Right. And here the weather is bit hot. All right. So now you can see that there lies a difference in the temperature. First one is actually the place that is available, or you can say this is the type of the survival that is only exist onto the places like Arctic Ocean, Antarctic Ocean, etc. Nearby those areas only, these type of the particular survival exist. Right. Come to the second one, that is the particular type of the people that are living in plain. Right. Are they both having same type of temperature? No. Are they both having same type of plants? No. Here the plant structure you can see, and here the area that we are living are having different type of the plants. Are they both having same type of animals? Answer is a big no. So all these things can be easily understood and learned by the subject known as geography. Moving further, we can see different type of the pictures are made. This is nothing but to tell you that geography is the different things that can be learned by this particular subject. In first picture, you can see the soil. So geography also let you learn the different textures, the different type of the soil that are present. Second one, temperature. Different type of the temperature can also be learned by this particular subject. Different type of temperature means different places having different temperature, just like this picture that you have seen, different temperature. So these type of the things also can be learned by this subject. Another one is the layers of atmosphere. Layers of atmosphere means different type of the air that actually present beside the earth. Here, one more picture you can see an animal. So geography also teaches you different type of the animals existing in different type of the landforms. So this landform we had also studied. Here it is written volcano, valley, plains, etc. Islands also. So this I had already told you. Moving on to the next one is rain, right? So this particular subject also let you to know about different places and how much type of or how much amount of actually rainfall they are getting. Next and the last one is this particular picture you can see. This shows you different type of the plants that exist in different places. So moving on to the chapter now. So chapter 1 name is representation of geographical feature. Representation means depiction, how you can represent, how you can show, symbolize. What you can symbolize geographical features. So geographical features means like you are having river, you are having lake, mountain. So different type of these particular features, how you can depict, how you can symbolize. Moving next now, here begins with the chapter itself. The first heading you can see onto this page is globe. So you have earlier also had an idea of globe, right? And you can see here a small picture also. So moving on to this picture only, I can tell you that globe is nothing but a small model of the earth. This highlighted line you can see is actually just the one that gives you a quick linking with this particular globe. So do a globe look like a spherical structure? Answer is yes. Can you tell me why? The only answer for this question is because globe represent what? Our earth. So thus the shape of the globe is a spherical, just like whom? Just like the earth. Next one, the shape of the continents in the globe are quite precise. That means quite accurate on the globe. That means it is having a spherical shape, just like whom? Just like the earth. So it would be easy to represent continents also and to represent oceans also. So moving on to the last topic, that means the last line, that is globe can be smaller or larger in size as per their info, can be more precise, that means accurate. Like a globe of larger size, locate places better than a globe of smaller size. So let me explain you this by moving on to the next page. Look here. Here you can see three globes are there with different sizes. This one is the bigger, while this one is smaller than this one. and this one is the smallest. Coming to this all three, you can easily observe that look here, detailings are more. Reason is because it is big in size. Here, detailings are not that much accurate if you will compare with this one. Just like a big ball, and here is a small ball, correct? And this one is the smallest, right? So here, the particular detailing is not so clear as compared to this one or as compared to this one. That means smaller the size of globe, less is the details you can see. That is what written in this last point. Globes can be smaller or larger, and this particular size only will define their precision. That will only define their accuracy. Moving on to the next one, you can see another topic, that is maps. Last we had learned is globe. Now we are coming to maps. Question is, why is map needed? Can you keep this globe in your pocket? Yeah, if it is a small in size, you can. But even though, can you take this globe anywhere? Answer is no. So what you need? This particular globe representation only on a paper or on a sheet of paper. So that's what maps come into this particular topic, right? So map is the another topic, and you can see here a drawing of Earth's surface, either whole or a part of it on a flat surface is called a map. That means when you are taking a part or the entire particular globe and draw it on a sheet of paper. Draw it on that particular A4 sheet, right, depicting the surface of Earth, then that is called as a map. Now come to the next point. It is second point written, more detailed map need a large sheet of paper. Yes, imagine you want to make a map of Earth. Do you need a small or a big paper? Actually, a big one, a larger sheet of a paper. While in the case, you only want to draw the map of your school, right? That sheet will be of small in size. The third one written is a book that contains the collection of maps. Collection means many number of the maps together. Then that book is called as atlas and atlas. Come to the next one. A map in an atlas contains more info than a globe. That means atlas is having more information than a globe. Last one, maps are easier to handle than globes. Yes, because carrying one sheet of paper in your pocket is easy than carrying an entire big globe, right? Moving next, here you can see a diagram has been provided. This particular figure is 1.2 showing you a map with a part of a town. That means this map depicts a part of a town. Here this is a boy named as Kunal, and this is his house. Nearby his house locates the road with traffic lights you can see over there. Then there is a clock tower, right? And nearby these places exist further other buildings. First one is post office, then his friend Amit's house, another building, then hospital, then park, health club, cinema hall, shopping complex, school, and temple. So this is what a particular map that has been made using, right, using a sheet of paper. Moving further, you can see here again two pictures are there. Picture number 1 and picture number 2. In picture number 1, you can see a globe, a type of a ball is there, and that ball is trying to be covered with a sheet of paper. So this is only where your activity begins. Yes, I'm having one activity for you. You just take a sheet of paper, and that sheet of paper should be covering this particular ball. That means you take one ball also and one paper also and try to cover that ball entirely, properly with paper. Right, this is what done in picture number 1. And you can see now picture number 2, that paper when once it is tried to be covered and later you are taking that paper out, that paper will look like this in shape, right? So let's move to our activity. Now try to read this first sentence. Take a sheet of paper and a ball that I already told you, and then consider that paper as a map and that ball as a globe. Second step involves now try to cover the ball. Cover corners also with that sheet completely. But one thing you are supposed to keep in mind, that is, don't fold the paper. Don't fold the paper from the corners also. So step number 3. Now please tell me that covering of the ball from the corner, is that step possible without giving folds? Tell me, possible? Answer is no. So repeat step number 2 and try to give less number of folds possible, least number of folds possible. Now step number 4 is, now you had seen step number 3. That means now you had tried to cover that ball with that sheet of paper. In step number 4, you just see that particular folds are maximum where? At the corners. That means at the poles of the particular earth. And the last one written over there, this is what called as a distortion of map. Distortion of map. So this is called as distortion of map. Actually, distortion of map is nothing but the change in the shape, in the size. What happens is, whatever you are representing on globe, changing that way and putting that particular thing on a piece of paper, that means you are changing the original way. That is what called as distortion of map. Come to the next slide, and therefore whatever activity we had done earlier, that was of the distortion, its conclusion is given over here. As you can see in the figure, the maximum distortion, the maximum folds, the maximum changes, you can only find on the corners. That means the poles, North Pole as well as the South Pole. While the minimum fold, that fold of paper is minimum at the center. That means at the equator of the particular ball, or here in this case, we are considering that ball as Earth. Now representing that in the form of map. Look here, that piece of paper, once you are putting it back and unfolds it, you will find the same way. Maximum folds open leading to the maximum distortion, while in the middle you can see minimum folds open leading to the minimum distortion. Distortion means change. Here folds were maximum, so the change was also maximum. And here, due to minimum folds, the change is also now minimum. Come to the next slide, and here you can find out distortion in map. The same thing, now we are supposed to learn it in the way like, since on the map, the curved surface of the earth is represented on a flat surface. Curved surface means globe. Flat surface here means a map. Problem will arise. Now, a round shape cannot be flattened completely. That is correct. You cannot flatten, or you cannot trace on a paper completely the thing that's are written or that are illustrated on globe. Thus, we show the part only on a flat surface. We cannot show the entire word altogether on a piece of map, or if we can show, it will not be so accurate. Therefore, in spite of showing the complete word, we just show the part like only India, only Africa, or the capitals of the particular country, demonstrating just the parts. Next and the last here it written is, the maximum distortion is seen on the poles that I have already told you. Next is, these days maps with least distortion are also being made. That is enabled in this 21st century, and therefore the maps are available with least distortion or least change in shape. Move next is the different type of the maps. Actually, maps till now are considered, or you can say divided into only three parts. In your syllabus, only three parts has been written over so far. First one you can see in the diagram, it is physical map. Second, political, and the last one is thematic maps. So moving on to the first one, physical maps. Physical, that means the thing that you can see, such as like rivers, plains, plateaus, mountains. These are the things that we can see. Therefore, the maps that shows us what? Shows us the natural features of Earth are just used in physical map like river, plain, plateau, valley, etc. Move to the second type, that is political map. These are the maps that just show you the boundaries of different countries, or in a state it can be the boundaries of different type of the states, capitals, etc. of the particular country. We will elaborate it further in next slide. Move on to the third one, the thematic maps. Now you can read out here, these are the maps that shows the weather conditions or the type of the soil or the type of the vegetation, etc. Vegetation means different type of the plants or crops. A map which is based on certain theme, that is called as thematic maps. Theme means whenever you are writing an essay, you used to have a theme, such as like Independence Day, such as like National Festivals of India. So here that is a theme, and here also the themes can be the type of soil, type of crops, type of weather. When you are having certain themes, you used to have the third type of map, that is called as thematic map. Moving to the next slide, we will be looking on to the examples. Look here. The first picture you can see is actually the physical map. These are available onto the stationery shops also. And here you can see this is a physical map, because if you want, you can represent different type of the physical features, different type of the natural features of Earth's surface. Just as like you can see in the next representation, the next map here, this is the Indian map, the map of India. And you can see written over here, physical map. Here you can see different type of the rivers, different type of the plain area, the mountain Himalayas written, etc. So these two maps are actually the physical map. They are showing you only the natural features, not the boundaries. Keep this in mind, not the boundaries, not the particular boundaries of any state or any country. They are just showing you the physical features. Moving to the next slide comes the second type of the map, that is political map. These are the maps that shows you the boundaries. And here you can see, earlier look here, this particular map is not having any type of the boundary. Can you see here inside? No, it is totally blank. But now look here, is that the same way earlier? No. Here the particular divisions, here the particular boundaries of different states, you can see this one is Jammu Kashmir, right? Here nearby is the particular place, Uttar Pradesh. So that's why this is showing you what? Showing you the particular outline, the particular boundaries. Therefore, it is called as the political map. Look here. Here it is again the political map, but this one was the blank, available on the common stationery shop. You can have it. While this one is a particular filled up or an outline, again outline map. And here you can see further boundaries are there. Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, and the other particular states along with their capitals. The only difference here and in the earlier one was there no boundaries was there. You can only see different physical features. In this case, the second type, political, you can see the various boundaries of the map or various type of the states of the particular country, different type of the boundaries. Moving on to the third type, that is the thematic map. This we had already discussed also. You can have different type of the themes, different type of the topics, such as like given onto this slide, you can see rainfall, industries, temperature, roadways, railways, vegetation, crops, population, etc. These are different type of what? Different type of the topics. And onto the basis of this topic only, here you can have different type of the particular theme map. In this example, you can see the theme is ruling parties in different states. Ruling parties, that means political parties we are talking. So in this case, you can see Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan, various, they are having the same type of color. And there the particular information is provided. Like orange color is of this party, green color is of this party, etc. This is not a political map, because here boundaries are given, but these boundaries are having certain color also, right? And this color is basis onto the particular topic you are having, particular theme that you are having. In this case, the topic is correct, ruling parties in different states. Move to the next one, and you can see here a particular picture of a globe and a map. That means now we will be having a good difference, a quick difference that we can learn. And let me tell you, this is one of the important part of chapter number 1 that you are going to learn. That is the difference between a globe and a difference between the map. Difference between both of them is given on to the next slide. Here it is. So keep in mind to learn this particular section very carefully. Look on to the first point given over here. Map, a drawing of Earth's surface, either whole or a part of it on a flat surface, that means on a flat paper or just a sheet of paper, is therefore called as a map. While globe is a nothing but a small model of the Earth. Let's come on to the shape. A map has a flat surface. That means it is just a sheet of paper. So therefore it is flat, while a globe is in round shape. Moving on to the third one, a map may show the whole part, whole word, or a part of it. That means either you can have a big paper with a completely word demonstrated over there, or you can have a part of the word, such as like India is a part of the big word, right? And that particular part you can draw also on a sheet of paper. That will be called as Indian map or map of India. Next is the globe. Third point, you can see a globe always show the whole part. You cannot have a particular part of the world. Like a globe, you are having a big ball, right? That type of shape is only there, but you cannot see only a part. You are not having a globe in which only India is drawn or India is only represented, right? You will have the complete part, or you will be having a complete word. Fourth one is map can be printed on paper, can be carried in pocket. That is all we all know, very common and easy one. You are having a piece of paper that shows you information, right? That you can carry in pocket, yes or no? All right, so that you can carry in pocket. But can you carry a big globe in your pocket? Answer is no. So that says the fourth point. Neither it can be printed on paper nor can be carried in pockets. Fifth one, map keep two-dimensional picture of region of the world. Two-dimensional means it is having length, like this particular paper is there, the big slide you are watching right now. It is having length as well as breadth, right? Length of the slide is also there, while the breadth of the slide is also there. But in the case of globe, it is three-dimensional. That means height is also there. Length and breadth is already there, just like map, two-dimensional. Length, breadth. But in case of globe, three. That means length, breadth, and height. So therefore, globe is three-dimensional. Let's have a quick revision again. Map is the drawing of Earth's surface, either whole or a part of it, on a flat surface or on a flat paper or just a paper. That is called as a map. While globe is a small model of the Earth. Next is a map has a flat surface while a globe is round in shape. A map may show the whole word or part of it, while the third point, a globe, always shows the whole word, the complete word. Fourth one, the map can be printed on paper and can be carried in pocket, while you cannot do the same in the case of globe. Last but not least is maps give you a 2D picture, two-dimensional picture, length and breadth. While in the case of globe, you used to get three-dimensional picture, that is length, breadth, and third one, that is height. Moving on further, you can see here, learn all the highlighted lines. This is the particular notes I'm supposed to provide you. So whatever lines you can see or find out as important, especially the lines which are marked with red font, right? With font color red, please learn them, as well as the last slide that you had just saw, this difference between maps and globe. This is also supposed to be learned by you. online study link if you further want to elaborate or certainly want to learn it further. In the case of animated video, this is the hyperlink that I had illustrated you. Move to the next slide. So these are the few questions you are supposed to answer. Why? So that you can check your own progress. First one, what is a map? State different type of maps. Next is what is a globe? Third, the difference between map and globe. And rest is the define physical, political, and thematic map. All right, thank you.